Welcome to Women's Entrepreneurship Week. I'm Shane Boyer, and with us today we have a fun, exciting guest, an alum. Sue Michaletz is she's also on the foundation board at MSU, but has been part of entrepreneurship's been part of your family and different things for all growing up and all of that. And so but the one that we're going to talk about today is something that I think most everybody loves is PoppedCorn. And you started a company up in the Twin Cities there called PoppedCorn. And so welcome,
Correct.
Sue. Welcome to Women's Entrepreneurship Week, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, what is PoppedCorn?
We are a gourmet popcorn shop in Minnetonka. We're also on the web. Right now we have 80 different flavors of popcorn on hand, and we make gourmet fudge, and we just started adding glazed nuts. But yeah, gourmet treat shop.
All right. Well, that's great. So it sounds great and fun, but I suppose there's always been some challenges in starting a business. And how about some tips and a little advice to some of the aspiring women entrepreneurs out there?
I was saying, I think I made every mistake in the book, and my background is as a CPA, so I assumed I would know the financial stuff. And my biggest advice is allow more time than it will take, allow more capital than you think it's going to take, and allow yourself to work on the business even though you're also working in the business. Because what I'm finding is, especially with staffing being such a challenge, I spend way too many hours working the front counter than I do being able to move the ball forward with the business overall. But that's the
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah. Thanks for that. It is, like some good advice there. And, as you start to think about, what's next, and you're always coming up with new ideas, you have to keep reinventing a new flavor of popcorn. And so how do you go about that, of trying to be creative and being new all the time?
Well, we really are about out of space for adding new flavors. We just moved our store a few doors over and are almost double in size, but we still don't have a lot of room. So we went to doing a flavor of the month. So it will be on our menu for the month, but then it's not permanently on our website. We'll take it on and off. But usually the flavors come up with one of us, my daughter or my son-in-law, Anna and Marcus, and I will find something that we like, or we'll see a new seasoning available. Marcus came up with our fiery cheddar recipe, not menu, recipe, because he loves hot stuff. But then he also came up with raspberry lemon cake for the wedding season, which is a white chocolate covered raspberry popcorn. I came up with joyful coconut almond. It's coconut covered flavored popcorn with white chocolate almonds drizzled with dark chocolate. I mean, it really just depends on what your tastes are. Anna came up with nacho, which would not have been my choice.
Yeah.
Not my favorite flavor, but with 80, you'll always find something you like.
Yeah.
I've learned a couple of things. It's people's tastes are very subjective. So what I think is delicious, somebody else might just hate. So we usually, if somebody says, what's your favorite? They'll ask me, what do you think about nacho? And I'll say, not my favorite. So we want to be honest. We'll respond to customers and be creative. Keep something new once a month.
Yeah. Well, that's great. You've got a storefront on the side of the internet and selling online. How is technology? How does that? Because you just think of popcorn and something that's right there. But do you ship, and do you do those types of things as well?
We do. We ship, we deliver. In December, we'll send out several hundred boxes. It could be over 1,000. I lost count. We've already got a lot of holiday orders in. We have not really focused on growing our web business. It's typically order online, pick up in store. But our goal for 2023 is exactly that, is to grow our web presence, because now with our new location, we can double or triple our volume without having to add anything else.
Yeah, wow, that's great.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yep. So let's kind of wrap up with just one last question. I'm just gonna throw a different one at you here, but you talked about your daughter and son-in-law. You know, a lot of times people say working with family can be difficult, and a lot of entrepreneurs that is the case, that you have to work with family. And how about some advice of working with family in the business?
I worked with my father for 20 some years. He passed away a couple of years ago, but I gave advice to my daughter. I said, you know, I may tell you to do something. You may not want to do it. And there's some things we just need to work through. We have worked through a lot of things. Anna and Marcus lived with me the first 4 years. And it worked out great because all we were doing was working in the store. But you have to allow for some family time. We try and not talk about work outside the store so that we're just enjoying each other's company. And you know, we try and not do things that are uncomfortable around our employees, because you're going to have issues come up because we're different personalities and yet we're awfully close.
Mhm. Yeah, well, that's some great advice. And so I know you're a busy entrepreneur and you've got customers and all of that, but I just want to say thanks for taking a little time out of your day.
Very
And,
welcome.
you know, we've got a lot of fun things going with entrepreneurship and on campus, and when there's people such as yourself that our students can look up to and strive to, we really appreciate you taking the time. So
No
uh,
problem. And
yep.
if any of your students have questions, they are welcome to contact me.
Okay, all right.
I'll help share my education.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Shane.
Enjoy the rest of the day, and take care with the business.